What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about TBB, the Bitcoin bull. It is the 20th day of August, and here we are at about 1.2 cents. We've got how much time left in this day? We've got about 7 hours left in the day. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here, and let's get into it. I'm trying to talk a little bit quieter because my baby's trying to sleep, so I'm trying to just be respectful of that. Um, yeah, I shaved my head, you guys. I shaved my head and then the market went ballistic. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. Shave my head, I wake up and Bitcoin's at 70K. So that's what it is. I haven't cut my hair in over a year. So next time we need the bull market to start, I'll just shave my head. Anyways, 1.2 cents. That's the price. Enough about me. Let's talk about you. 7 hours left in the day. We had a nice day yesterday, up 24%, but still just another lower high throughout this range. Nothing too extraordinary. Not a lot of volume came in. Still consolidating in this range. Are we going to see lower lows? Maybe. Are we going to consolidate here and then break out? Maybe. Let's go over the short-term stuff and see what's going on. Okay, let's look at the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame here. You can see that as we were moving lower, volume was dying off a little bit. We had some big spikes, but that was on some big wicks as well. Some buying pressure came in. As you're trying to make an attempt lower here, volume was gone, so we shifted directions. Volume came in. As we're moving up, that's good to see. And now we're moving down and volume is dying off. That's also good to see. It's no fun, man. I can't turn that mute off. Hold on. I actually can. Anybody notice that Samsung devices, Android devices, they don't let you turn off the vibration setting anymore. You can't go completely silent. If you want to, you have to specifically go to settings, click on mute like I just did. And it's not something that you can do just with your buttons. I don't know. Unless I'm technically inept, but I like to think higher of myself. Anyways, looking at this here, can we get much higher? 1.2 cents right now. Moving down. Volume is also moving down. That's encouraging. It's actually pretty encouraging. 1 hour time frame has gone from rejecting the overbought zone and getting into the oversold zone, consistently getting into the oversold zone, to now we're actually staying above the 50 for a good bit of time. Now we are below the 50 right now. We rejected the overbought zone a couple of times, but a couple of close iterations is better than rejection here, rejection there, while getting oversold. So what I want to see here is the exact opposite of what we've been going through. I want to see this dynamic switch where we're not getting oversold anymore, or we're now rejecting the oversold zone. We can get down here, that's fine, but I want to see us reject the oversold zone. And then when we move up, get back into the overbought zone. Spend more time out of this zone. Spend more time in this zone, right? Notice here when we're in this bearish condition, most of the time that we spend in the RSI is below the 50, whereas we still are above the 50 at times, sure. We're still above the 50 at times when we move up, but most of the time is spent below the 50. The longer moments in the oversold zone, we have longer moments in the oversold zone than we do in the overbought zone, if not just like a consistent amount more than we do here. We want to see that dynamic shift. So we didn't hold support at the 40. We're kind of rejecting down. Actually, what time is it? We still have a whole hour to go. We got 46 minutes left. If this candle can close green, we actually will hold the 40 as support. You see this little bend right here? Like that's the last hour close. So if this candle was green, we wouldn't be pointed down. We'd actually be bouncing off the 40. So depending on how this hour goes, let's look at the 15-minute time frame. Let's see. You got bullish divergence on the 15-minute time frame. Volume's dying off as you're moving down. Panic sellers, guys. I think these are panic sellers. Or maybe manipulation. I don't know. It's not hard to manipulate the price. I would say it's panic sellers probably. Looking at this here from a low to a high. 382, just below that, we would typically look for support right here in this area. Also, on top of that, you're at prior areas where you have found closing support and some closing resistance. So yeah, I'm going to call for support right here. If we don't get it, if we do push lower, that's okay. Technical analysis is wish-washy with low market cap coins like this. Golden ratio might be the area that we expect. 1.11 cents, 1.08 cents, something in there. But again, typically right here, like this is that sweet spot where you'd expect to find support. If we can get back above 1.27 cents, that I think would be enough to send us higher. And that would be really exciting, you guys. We're going to get into that in just a second, but why that would be, keep it in your head, why it would be exciting to get above this high, okay? The MACD, also right here at the 0. This is also an area that you'd expect to bounce from. So the RSI, if it flips green, we got 44 minutes left in this hour. It certainly can. We're only down 2%. It doesn't take much to move this thing up 2%. I could move it up 2% by the end of the hour if we're only here. Maybe I will. You know, like I could do that myself if I really wanted to. How much? We're down, yeah, 2K to move it down 2%. Yeah, it wouldn't take much to move this thing up. Like 5K would definitely make it look good on the RSI and the MACD. Just because it looks good doesn't mean that it has to keep going up. These are all statistical probabilities. But again, the idea here would be that you hold the 0 for support, you hold the 40 for support, you get overbought again, you're not getting oversold. If you get oversold, you're not getting deep in the oversold zone. We want to see like rejections like this where you're just barely getting in there, something like that. If you do go lower, you can find support of the golden ratio. There's a lot to work with. We could, again, even as we're going down, we could see a lower low. We're still in this consolidation phase. We could see a lower low. We could go back below 1 cent, and it's fine. Okay, MACD on the 4-hour time frame, still bearish. There's some good stuff going on. It's bearish. It's pretty hard to decipher because we're just choppy and sideways, slightly down. So it's neutral with a hint of bearishness, as is the price. The RSI is kind of interesting. It's still bearish. It's bearish overall, right? Look at the amount of time that you're spending below the 50. Right? It's not good. Right? Spending that amount of time below the 50, we're moving down. It's not good. But you had this lower high trend that you've recently broken out of. You are above the 50. You had some bullish divergence down here at the lows. I mean, there's potential for this to continue to run and potentially get into that overbought zone. If we can get overbought, getting overbought typically results in a breakout, and we would move higher. Again, talking about this high here and why it would be important, I think, to get above this high. Why, if we hold support here and we start moving up going into the end of this day, if we start moving up here, why that would be very significant for the price. It's because we have this downtrend here. We have these lower highs here in this kind of parallel channel down, right? Like this. If we can break out of this channel, we're breaking consolidation. We're kind of breaking some structure there to the positive effect. That could imply higher prices. And then again, you're getting overbought, you're breaking out, volume's coming in, you're getting overbought on the RSI, MACD's crossing above the 0. These are all bullish things that typically coincide with the price surging higher. Not just working its way up like this, but a surge higher. So looking at this here, on the 4-hour, things look good enough. We could still go lower and things would still be fine. We're still in this consolidation phase, but we're definitely in the right environment for things to start kicking up here. We held the 382. You technically had a bullish engulfing candle yesterday. I would really, really like it. We're down 8% today. I'd really like it if we could come back and get above these highs today. I think it would look good. If we could hold our ground and not go lower than we've gone today. If we do go lower, whatever, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. But we have a chance here, and I think with these with the technicals looking the way that they do, we have a chance here for a breakout like right now. If we do break out, the first time that you hit the golden ratio, you typically find resistance. Okay, we found resistance there. Whoop-de-doo. You typically come back to this area to find support. The second time you hit the golden ratio is typically the time that you actually break through. And if you don't break through, you consolidate, it's likely that you will have a third attempt and come back up. Maybe you just form a higher low. That happens sometimes too, and then you break through. And then we break through the 886. At that point, the only thing we're talking about is $100 to multi-$100 million market cap price prediction. For now, 29 to 37 million, that's the target. 2.9 cents, 3.7 cents, somewhere in that range. I don't have anything else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. And I will see you on the next one. The daily MACD is shaping up, man. I mean, it's looking like we're winding up and we're ready for some type of explosion to the upside. It just depends on how we behave, probably, I'd say, over the next week. If we keep doing this, and especially if we move up, this will start to look really good here over the coming days. I've got nothing else. Hit that like button. Take care. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.